They asked me just to share a little bit about our 62nd General Conference, and I see Abel, he was there. Was anyone else there at the General Conference just a few weeks ago? Only Abel. Probably wishing you'd forget it. There was a busy time, very busy time, but very memorable. And so the theme of the General Conference session was Jesus is coming, get involved. And each night we had various reports from around the world. There's probably around 3,000 delegates, I think, weren't they, representing all the different countries and mainly voting and electing our world church leaders, as well as revising church policy and things like that, and hearing about all those reports. And South Pacific Division was featured a lot with our Papua New Guinea for Christ program, or evangelistic programs, which had around 300,000 baptisms, and a lot of ministers from around Australia. I know Abel sent a lot from his conference here over there to be part of that program, and that was one of the main features of the success stories that were coming through in these reports. We flew into Toronto and had the weekend there, and we went on the Hornblower there into the middle of the Niagara Falls, and that was, you got an instant shower. That was a lot of fun. And then a couple of hours south, we headed down to St. Louis. You see the arch there, quite a big arch, and that's a memorial to, I wrote it down here, Thomas Jefferson and the early pioneers, commemorating the gate as a symbol of the gateway to the west. And it's on the Mississippi River, so there's a lot of trade that happened there, and as people went out in those early days to conquer the west. It's, what does it say there, 630 feet high and 630 feet wide, so about 200 metres high and wide. And you can actually go up inside of it, and you get a beautiful view like that as you go up and look out. So that was quite interesting. Then we were on to, we had to help out as volunteers on reception. We were special guests there, not delegates, and just helping with the division exhibition. But we did the registration in the hotel there, and then over to the America Centre in St. Louis. Quite a big centre, holds a lot of people, and they reckon there was over 100,000 people that would have gone in or out during those 10 days. Particularly on the weekends, she was pretty full, wasn't it, Abel? Very full. And these are the exhibitions there, and beautiful exhibitions from all over the world, ADRA and so on. There's our exhibition in the South Pacific Division, so we were in charge of keeping that running, meeting people, and just sharing what our division does. We had a photo booth there, people could take their photo, which was quite popular, and a feature there for PNG for Christ, which was one of our main focal points, and some of the banners that we had there. Avondale was featured, looking for more students to come over. And there's a few people in our booth area, and of course Sanitarium. They were there with their Weet-Bix bites and fake cheese and all other things that you could eat, all different products. And they had a really nice chocolate pudding made out of butter beans, which, because we worked in the booth, we got to sample all these things regularly. So you can see Kevin Jackson there, and he's serving the long line of people in the booth. Well, meal times, that was another thing, wasn't it, Abel? That was trying to feed so many people all at once. It was incredible. And then on the Sabbaths, you can see so many people sort of filling the big hall pavilion there. They reckon on those Sabbaths there was 60,000 people in that big hall, all singing. And just as we reflect on the GC session, what they do and their strategic plans going forward, they gave us this little elders manual here, and it's got a really nice article there from Pastor Ted Wilson. But the ministry of Jesus can be summarised in the statement in Luke 19:10, "For the Son of Man came to seek and save those who are lost." And what is our mission? And we know this from Matthew 28:19. "Therefore go and make disciples of all nations, baptising them in the name of the Father, the Son and the Holy Spirit, teaching the new disciples to obey all the commands I have given you. And be sure of this, I am with you always, even to the end of the age." So this is our message. And Pastor Ted Wilson, he says here, all hands on deck. The work of God in this earth can never be finished until the men and women comprising our church membership rally to the work and unite their efforts with those of ministers and church officers. And that comes from Gospel Workers book. This quote reminds us that God is calling his people, every member, church, department, institution and supporting ministry, to join together in finishing his work, proclaiming the everlasting gospel to every nation, tribe, tongue and people. During the days of Nehemiah, the people of Judah had for many years failed in their mission to rebuild the walls of Jerusalem, but inspired under the leadership of Nehemiah, they rebuilt the wall of Jerusalem in only 52 days. That's the power of unity. As we unite, we must first seek the Lord earnestly in prayer. We can do so individually with our families and church. Let us join together in asking him to pour out the Holy Spirit, bringing about revival and reformation amongst us, a living connection with Christ by his Spirit in what will mobilise us for mission at this time. And so they have this strategy that they talk about, which is the "I will go." And they talked about the farming cycle, and he says here, this means we need every member to engage in making disciples. 1, preparing the soil of the hearts with kindness, compassion and fellowship. 2, planting the seeds of truth with literature, media and spiritual invitations. 3, cultivating spiritual interest by giving Bible studies. 4, to harvest decisions for Christ through personal appeal and encouragement. And finally, to preserve the harvest by mentoring and discipling new members. Truly, we need every man and woman in the church to rally to the work. As the Spirit of prophecy says, the unity in soul winning empowered by the Holy Spirit will bring the message of Christ's love and righteousness to the world. May you, a leader in your local church, be part of these efforts, training and mobilising every member to make disciples for Jesus, as signs all around us show Jesus is coming, is near. God calls us to press together in both personal and public evangelism efforts. Let us be faithful to this call and strive to global total member involvement. And so this was some of the themes that they had there. They had the theme of that we talked about. Jesus is coming, get involved, and then they had the "I will go," total member involvement. These are the sort of things that they were talking about. And we got one time we were sitting with some guys from the Eyes for India, some of the CFOs there, and they were talking about their mission where they heal the cataracts in people's eyes, and how they were involved in the PNG for Christ as well. One of the surgeons there, I think they said 300 cataracts in one day were healed. It's quite amazing. And so they're encouraging us, just get involved, do something. And so this was the theme that was coming through all the time. And I just want to challenge us too. I know Glenn has got his strategic plan out. He says he's got, "I will go to the Trans-Pacific in 26, I will go to New Zealand in 27, 28, I'll go to Australian Union, and 29, I will go to the Papua New Guinea union. So these are the themes, and I know we can have the same sort of themes in our local church. What can we do? Where can we go to meet people to get them ready for Christ's return? And this is a theme song, and I'll just play that to finish with. The I Will Go. Thank you.
I hear the voice of Jesus calling. My answer is I will go. I see the need of people crying. My answer is I will go. I go to share the message of love. I go to share the blessed hope. But if I get discouraged, I call to Jesus' help, because I have decided I will go.
Okay, does it bring back some memories? Yeah, God could have reached his object in saving sinners without our aid, but in order for us to develop a character like Christ, we must share in his work in order to enter into his joy, the joy of seeing souls redeemed by his sacrifice. We must participate in his labours for their redemption. So we ended this GC session on a wonderful high that, everyone was enthusiastic to sort of go back and share this. And I'm sure a few of you have watched some of the things on YouTube, because a lot of it was live streamed, which was very good. I encourage to watch some, particularly the evening programs where they have all the various reports from around the world. But I just want to leave you with that thought as we think about mission, what we can do in our own life to do something or to give to a cause or something like that for God's work. As you go about your week, think about what you can do, where you can go to be of help in sharing these last messages to the people around us.